another thing I want to show you, but I want to show you this one thing I was telling you about. So now we're going to make this longer, and I want to make this like a cool looking home screen. So I just made this thing longer. You can make it as long as you want. You can test it out how tall you want it by your own test. And you'll notice that I didn't make that tall enough up there. Okay, that should be tall enough. I'm hoping. I think so. Nope. So I'm going to drag that up a little bit. And now you'll see it's fully covering it. Alright. And just to make sure, pull it even further. There's probably a better rhyme for reason for that. But for now, there you go. Okay, so now what I want to do is want to make this cool. So I'm also going to only teach you how to program. How to do these things, which is no programming. But I'm going to also teach you how to do some design. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a cool look and effect. So we're going to go to simple. We're going to add this circle. And I'm going to drag the circle on top here. And what we're going to do is when the user is logged in, why don't we show their picture? That's kind of cool, right? So I'm going to select this thing. And I'm going to say, I want this to have an image. So I'm going to pull it down here a little further. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger by doing Alt, Shift, and drag this up. And it will stay in the center, and then it will also make it bigger. And then I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to add an image. Now, right now, the image is gigantic, which is not what we want, but that's okay. We can just size this up a little bit so it kind of fits our rectangle here. And what I can do, I can change the opacity of this image so that I can be looking underneath here so I can get an idea. And then I'm going to drag this here. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here and a little bit bigger here and a little bit bigger. Actually, this... no, I'm sorry. Make it a little smaller. A little bit smaller. A little smaller. And a little smaller. And actually, this is actually, I think, pretty much a square if you go in here. Almost a square. 100 by 100. So when you want to make it exact size, I think that's too big. Maybe 90 by 90. Nope. 70 by 70. That works. And then because I dragged it within on top of a shape that's already, like it's on top of it, will actually give me kind of a bar that will allow me to kind of center this thing in here. You have to move it around a little bit. There you go. So what I'm going to do now this is an image, remember? I also want this image to be round. So I'm going to click on this image and I'm going to go to rounding and I'm going to make it a completely circular like that. See that? Now I don't want it to be this small, so I'm going to push the shift key, the alt key, the left click, and I'm going to drag this thing so that my entire thing here is almost that size. I want it a little bit smaller. The reason why is because I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to click on this other one. I'm going to make them into a group and I'm going to call this profile image and I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to double click on it to go inside here, and now I'm going to stretch it out to try to get the same size as this. I can actually drag this down, click on this, go over here, edit styles, and it's going to tell me it's 127 by 127. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say 127 by 127. And then I'm going to move that. Oh yeah, and then the rounding needs to be 100%, like this, all the way. I guess it's 63 in this case, which is probably half of this. And so kids, guys, if you want to know how much you have to round something or to make it rounded, let me show you how to do it. So this one is 127 by 27. I'm going to run the calculator on my computer here. And I'm going to type 127 divided by 2. And I get 63. Go back over here. Let's see how much this one is. See, it's 63. So half of this image size is going to tell me how much I need to round it in order to make it so it fits right in there perfectly. And then I'm going to make this opacity full, and because I already made it into a group, I will automatically, when I selected the group, not the image, and I'll just move this up onto this thing up here, and you'll notice it's a little bit hard to get it centered. I think this is centered anyways. So now what we need to do is we don't have a profile image. So when I load this, it's going to be just an image, which is going to be empty. So I load this up here. I'm already logged in, so I'm just going to see the circle here. But in the next video, I'm going to show you how to update your users table, user collection table, in order to have a profile image of the user that's logged in. We'll see you in the next video. For watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Just continue on to the next video, and we'll just continue where we left off. Thanks. Like, share, subscribe. Awesome.